Welcome. Good evening, families. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Miss Foster, how are you? Miss Foster, you better come off me and say hi. I'm so happy to see you.
Sorry. Hi, I thought that was you.
Yes, I meant to tell you because I know you're used to me being Miss Thomas.
Oh my, wait, let me turn it up so I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
I got your permission slip, so don't worry. And that's when I was like, I should have told Miss Foster that this is me planning it.
When I saw your last name, I was like, I'm not sure. You know?
Yep, it's me.
Oh, good to see you.
Good to see you. Hi, families. I'm seeing so many names that I recognize. I see some student names that I recognize. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Miss Santos. How are you? I'm going to make you a co-host, okay?
Sounds good, Miss Belmont. Good evening.
I also have Miss Stone here. She's helping me out.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Stone. We still have a lot of families coming into the room, so we will get started in maybe about 2 minutes. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being on time. Excited to talk to all of you about our college tours. There is a survey for you to fill out in the chat. It does two things. It lets us know who is here, and it's also a place for you to ask any questions as we go throughout the Zoom call. We will have some time at the end for questions, but please put them into the form so that if I don't get you today, I can make sure I'll follow up with you and get your question answered. Welcome. Good evening. How is everybody doing?
DJ Cypher Lee in the mix.
Miss Santos, I was expecting to see some of the littles. Where are the littles? Mine are downstairs.
They're watching Peppa Pig.
Oh, Peppa Pig. I think my whole family is afraid to interrupt me on this Zoom call, y'all. But I have an almost 8-month-old who, if he needs me, I'm sure he will be brought to me and then he'll get to say hello. And the fun fact for all of you is I am Mrs. Valmont. My first name is April. So my son's name is August because we had to be corny and have matching names.
No, I love it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Because my husband's name is Daniel, so my daughter is Danielle. So this one had to be named after me. So we are Daniel,
I love it.
Danielle, April, and August. So you'll probably meet Danielle in August.
So I gotta just tell y'all that April is like one of my old teammates. I love her so much. And to know that she has her own family after taking care of everybody else's family, I love you.
Thank you, Miss Foster. You're so sweet. All right, families, it's about 7:05, so we're going to get started so we can be respectful of everybody's time. Thank you again for joining. The weather is nasty. I hope everybody had a safe commute home. Our boys basketball team also has a big game today, so go Panthers. We are looking for that W. I don't speak sports, but I speak winning and we want them to do well. So just send them love and well wishes as their big game is starting probably right now. So we will go ahead and get started. What we're going to do tonight is talk about our overnight college tours. We're going to go over the itinerary for the overnight college tours. I'm going to tell you what students are going to be eating, just so that there won't be any surprises. We will touch upon the packing list, what they need to bring with them. We will talk about room and sleeping arrangements. We'll talk about permission slips. And it still says exit ticket, but your exit ticket is your survey that is already inside of the chat. Before we jump in, I want to say thank you. This crew of parents right here, y'all are incredible. If I send something out within 5 minutes, half of y'all have already filled it out, reached out to me when the survey wasn't working. Y'all are just amazing. We already have 54 surveys on dietary restrictions and accommodations, which is great. My permission slip bin is like filled to the top, and I just want y'all to know how much I appreciate your engagement and thoughtfulness with your students, and your responsiveness. It does not go unnoticed, and we appreciate you. All right, so first things first, your students are eligible because they have the top 65 GPAs in their class. Clap it up for those good GPAs. The GPAs are looking phenomenal in this group. Whatever you are doing with your students, keep doing it. Just keep going. Do more of it because the GPAs are looking good. They also all had no OSS this year. Clap it up for that. They are meeting all of our expectations, being very safe. They also have incredible attendance. So shout out to you for raising some excellent Panthers, who are eligible for this exclusive experience that we are doing with college tours. If you have additional student at NCA who are not going on overnight college tours, just so you know, everybody else is attending.
Ms. Bauman is just having some technical difficulties. Just please bear with her as she comes
They're
back.
going to get meals and they're going to have like a really, really nice experience. So shout out to y'all. This is just a QR code version of the survey that's in the chat in case that's easier. I'll hover here for like 5 seconds and then we'll move on. Again, this is for attendance and this is a place to drop any questions. Miss Stone, I see your comment. Thank you so much. Is it any better or still a little laggy?
It's better now.
Okay, good, because I was about to call my husband and tell him to get off the Wi-Fi. So if I'm lagging, families, let me know. There's probably a billion devices going on in this house. Okay, so grade 9, drop a woohoo in the chat if your student is in 9th grade. Who is repping a 9th grader in the chat? Yes, woohoo, yes, 9th grade. They have an amazing itinerary plan. They're going to the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area. You may see some school names on here that are updates from when you signed the permission slip because we were able to get them slots at more schools than we anticipated. So 9th graders on their way down to Philly, they're going to see Princeton University, which is an Ivy League school in New Jersey, which is going to be amazing for our students. Fun fact, we have a student from NCA who attends Princeton University who graduated last year, so it is within the realm of possibility. They're going to visit Rowan University, which is right across the water from Philadelphia and Camden. They're going to visit Villanova University, which is a great university. We have several students there in Philly. They're also going to see an HBCU, which is Cheyney University. It's not quite in Philly, but because they have their own buses, they can take a little 45-minute detour to go visit Cheyney. And they're going to visit the University of Pennsylvania, which is another Ivy League university located in Philadelphia. So they have an amazing itinerary. They are also going to have the opportunity to eat lunch at Villanova University in the dining hall. So they will see what that on campus dining experience has to offer. And you will see that for all of our overnight trips on the first evening, they are going to be going to Dave and Buster's for some fun. And that's what they're going to have for dinner. They're going to have some buffet style food at Dave and Buster's on their first evening. And they're going to have Chipotle on their second evening. So that is what our students in ninth grade are doing. Shout out to the ninth grade families, starting that high school experience off really strong. And we're going to move on to 10th grade. 10th grade, woo! What are we going to put in the chat for 10th grade? Put yeah, 10th grade in the chat if you're representing a 10th grade family. Let me see. Do we have any yeah, 10th grade? No sophomores? Okay, yeah, 10th grade. Yeah, 10th grade. 10th grade has an amazing itinerary. I'm going to say that about all of them, but there's something extra special about the 10th grade one. So 10th grade, they're going to visit Georgetown University. Fun fact, that is my alma mater, Hoya Saxa. That's where I went to college. I'm excited for them to go there. They are also going to visit an HBCU. They're going to have lunch at Morgan State University, which is really cool. They are going to have a tour at Catholic University, another university in Washington, D.C., and they're going to visit the University of Maryland, College Park. Go Terps, another great university in Maryland. It's also a KIT partner school. Does anybody recognize this picture in the bottom center of the screen? Does anybody know what this place is? Drop it in the chat. Is something extra special that our 10th graders get to do. Oh, no one knows? Okay. So this is the Smithsonian Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. It is a fairly new museum. It's a couple of years old. I haven't even been there yet. But our students in 10th grade got really lucky. I was able to secure them a spot there. So in addition to seeing the 4 universities that they're going to, in addition to Dave and Buster's and the Chipotle, they're also going to get a chance to visit this museum. Miss Stone, I am very jealous. I see it's amazing. I've been. I want to go. I have not been. So we hope that's an incredible experience for our students. In 10th grade, they are the only group that gets this nice extra excursion. It's in Washington, D.C., and it's on the National Mall where all of our monuments are. So on the way there, they'll probably see the Washington Monument. They'll probably see the Lincoln Memorial. It's in Washington, D.C., which is incredible. Moving on to 11th grade, what corny thing are we going to put in the chat for 11th grade? Let's say yes in the chat if you're representing an 11th grade family or student. Yes, 11th grade. Yes. Okay, I see Azoria's mom. Yes. We love to see it. 11th grade. Here we go. So our 11th graders are going to Boston, which is incredible. They are going to see the following universities. They're going to see Brandeis University, Tufts University, Northeastern University, and Boston College. They are also going to get a chance to go to Dave and Buster's in the evening, the first night of their trip. That's where they're going to have dinner, buffet style, play video games, have fun. They are also going to have Chipotle on the second day of their trip. The Boston tour is really unique, really getting into some like niche schools that 11th graders might consider putting on their wish list that they are building in their college and career readiness classes, where they're going to identify what schools they want to apply to next year. The hope is that our 11th graders who likely have gone to DC last year on overnight college tours and another location in their first year when they were in ninth grade will now have had the experience of seeing so many schools that they can go into that process being really informed about what they like and don't like in a university. I see a question in the chat about the meal. I have a whole slide coming up on meals, and we will talk about it, I promise. I think it's literally right here. You're a mind reader. So these are all of the meals that our students have for the trip. And I want to start by saying that all of the meals are fully covered. Students do not need any money for their meals because they are being provided to them. The first day when they arrived to depart for their trip, they're going to have school breakfast. For lunch, they are going to have pre-wrapped sandwiches from Sandwiches Unlimited. Shout out to Sandwiches Unlimited if you're familiar with them. It's a Black-owned business in the neighborhood. I used to live in Orange and spend too much money there. So they have pre-wrapped sandwiches that they can enjoy on the bus. And they have Dave and Buster's for dinner, which is buffet style. I think I have, yes. Their menu at Dave and Buster's consists of chicken tenders, fries, mac and cheese, flatbread pizza, and some soft drinks. The following morning, they're going to have breakfast at each of their hotels, just regular continental hotel breakfast. So there would be cereal, there would be bagels, there would be oatmeal, probably some scrambled eggs, there would probably be pancakes, things of that nature. For lunch on their second day, they are having lunch in dining halls on the different campuses they're going to. So ninth grade is going to have lunch at Villanova. 10th grade is going to have lunch at Morgan State. 11th grade is going to have lunch at Tufts University. All of those dining halls provide kind of all you can eat buffet style food with some options that would probably be made to order so they can expect sandwiches, burgers, pasta, salads, kind of whatever they want for lunch, they would be able to have. For the last night, Chipotle is the option that we are providing for them. They are pre-wrapped burritos. They can be chicken or veggie, rice, beans, lettuce, cheese, tomato. If your student needs a veggie option, please let me know in the dietary restrictions. So that is the only meal that they are providing, that we are providing for students on that evening. But I think almost every other meal, with the exception of lunch, is something where they would have choice. I think Miss Liggins, let me know if that answers your question.
Miss Belmont, I'm not sure if you're taking questions now, but there was a question about what kind of donations would you need?
Oh,
Um,
yes. I have that coming up on like the last slide. It's just an option, no pressure if any parents wanted to provide snacks. And I have a list of some things that the students really like, and we'll talk about that later. But thank you for asking that. So those are the meal options. I know that we have a number of students who are observing Ramadan during this time. We also probably have some families on the line that are observing Ramadan during this time. I want to wish you a Ramadan Mubarak, a happy Ramadan during this special season for you. I do think that our meal options are Ramadan friendly because a lot of them are pre-wrapped where students can take it, store it in their hotel room, and enjoy it later. I am working with the universities that we have listed here just to ensure that our students will be able to take that food to go with them so they can pack it and they can have it once they break fast in the evening if they so choose. And the Chipotle is also pre-wrapped to where students could enjoy that after they break fast. Um, but if there are any concerns with that, please let me know so that we can make sure your student has what they need to break their fast, observe their faith, and not have any interruptions there. I see somebody asking for the dietary restrictions survey. I'm going to stop sharing for 1 second so I can grab it and drop it in the chat. And then Miss Stone and Miss Santos, if any other families need it, if you can alternate between dropping that in the chat as well, that'll be a big help. Here it is. And I'm going to go back to my slideshow. Is it going to cooperate with me? Let's see. Oops. Miss Santos, give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Great. Wonderful. Those are the meals. So for the chaperones, each trip is going to have chaperones, several chaperones from NCA. Each trip has approximately 6 chaperones, 3 male and 3 female. With the exception of the ninth grade trip, the ninth grade trip happens to have more female students than male students. So the ninth grade trip actually has 5 female chaperones and 2 male chaperones because that kind of matches the makeup of the trip. They're going to be staying on the same hotel floor as your students. They're going to send you updates about your students via text, which is why I keep asking you for your phone number and any additional contact just so that we can let you know how your students are doing. Their top priority is ensuring the safety of all students, and they are also going to be your point people for any students who need accommodations in observance of Ramadan. So if students are on a college tour, let's say, for example, but they need a space to pray or time to step away, the chaperones are aware of this and they will be assisting with that. They're also going to conduct room checks in the evening to ensure the students are in the correct room and that everybody is accounted for at all times. You all have some amazing chaperones going with you on the trip. That will be fun, that will be strict, and that will make sure students have a great time and that they meet expectations. I'm seeing multiple questions in here about students that do not eat Chipotle. If you put that for me as a question in the survey, I will get you an answer. For right now, Chipotle is what we have ordered, but I'll send you clarity on if students have the option to order something into the hotel that they may want to eat that is different. That is likely going to mean that you as the family would need to make sure the student has money to order themselves something on DoorDash or Uber Eats to the hotel. I will send that clarity around via email. Yep, I also see cell phone policy. Students are going to have access to their own cell phones during the trip. So you'll be able to call them directly, FaceTime them, check in with them as much as you want. I'm just letting you know that chaperones are also going to reach out to you and send you pictures and updates about the trip. Awesome. Student expectations. So we know that the students who have earned this trip have already proven themselves as students who can meet expectations without any issues. Biggest expectation, we want our students to represent Newark, New Jersey and Newark Collegiate Academy very, very well, which they do every day, nothing different on a trip. We want them to be respectful, follow chaperone, tour guide, and bus driver instructions. And we want them to be engaged, right? So they are going to have their phones, but we don't want them to be like this in the phone the whole trip. We want them to be engaged, talk to people, and make the most of the experience. What we really want is for students to use the tours as a way to learn about what schools they may want to apply to and attend in the future, learn about what they need to feel comfortable on a college campus. We want them bonding with their staff and peers, being a community, and having a great time overall. As for your packing list, this was included in your Miss Stone. Oh, you recorded. Miss Stone, you're recording this?
Yes, I am.
You are the best ever. I almost panicked. I'm like, oh my goodness. I was gonna do a fake one all over again. Your packing list was included in your invitation email. If anybody needs it again, that's not a problem. Big things to know. If you wanted your student to sleep in a sleeping bag or on an air mattress, please be sure to provide that and the pump. Students are staying 4 to a hotel room with 2 beds. So you should have seen that language on the permission slip. They have the option to share a bed with a peer to their comfort level or to bring a sleeping bag or a twin size air mattress if desired in the hotel room. The only reason for this is we wanted to expand this opportunity for our students and bring even more. So instead of only bringing 30, which would mean half of the students' families on this call would not be able to go, we were able to go up to 60 by having them share. So that is the plan currently. Also recommend, oh, I see a question. Can the student use a folding cot and their sleeping bag? Yes. Please have students pack just an extra set of clothes, appropriate pajamas, right? Because they'll be in a room with other young people. Any toiletries they may need, deodorant, lotion, toothbrush, their phone and their charger, any feminine hygiene needs. Also, adding here, if your students require any specific fruit to break their fast, if applicable, please pack it with them. Or if there's any hardship there, let me know. I do plan on providing some fruit in general. I learned through this experience last year that fruit is a very common item for students to break their fast. So I am going to provide like a small fruit basket. But if there is something in particular, like if they need dates or particular fruit, that you want to provide so that Miss Valmont doesn't provide the wrong thing, please have them bring that with them. Last two things, please have the students dress warm. I don't know what it is, but Miss Stone, I feel like for the past couple years it's been cold on college tours.
Yes, please, 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 please make sure they have a jacket and a winter coat, both options, just in case the weather is a little funky sometimes. Sometimes it's like Monday was cold and yesterday was like nice. So just please make sure. And an umbrella. Yes.
Yes, 100%. Because, I mean, we hope that it's 55, 60 degrees and sunny, and then they can be teenagers and fling their coats off or leave it on the bus. We hope for that, right? But we don't know if that's going to occur. These tours are walking tours. They will be walking around campuses outside. So we want them to dress really, really warm. We also want them to pack and wear sneakers because, as I said, they're going to be walking around. We want them to be comfortable. We want them to be safe, right? We don't want any mishaps with shoes, anybody slipping, tripping, rolling of the ankles. Sneakers are what is preferred. If they want to bring some Crocs as shoes to hang out in the hotel room, totally fine. Or for riding on the bus, totally fine. Slides, all that stuff. But for when they are on their tours, please encourage your students to wear actual sneakers so that they can be safe. One fun thing, we're gonna do a virtual drum roll, please, since we're talking about packing lists. You gotta like be extra and do it where I can see you in the camera. I don't see nobody drum rolling, but that's okay. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I used to teach on Zoom, y'all. I know how to be extra. Students are going to be receiving this awesome college tour sweater. Give it up for the sweater. Isn't it cute? So they are going to be receiving this sweater as they depart. Some new, oh, Miss Santos, I see your drum roll in the chat. It's so cute. Um, they will be receiving this. You guys are finding out right after the staff members, but some of your students probably saw me with the 50 boxes of them that got delivered today. So for at least one of their tours, we'll want them to just wear the sweater so we can take some nice group photos of them. Obviously, they'll still need their own extra sets of clothes, but they will be getting this as a brand new warm NCA layer, which is awesome. Here is an opportunity for you to provide support if you want to. This is truly, truly, truly no pressure, but I have learned that the NCA parents love an opportunity to support, love an opportunity to show up, love an opportunity to give. So this is it. I am providing cases of water for the students on the trip. Shout out to the parent who said in the dietary restriction that their student needs lots and lots of water. Heard you. They're going to be hydrated. But students love snacks. So if you're interested and able, we'll gladly accept donations of snacks for the trip. Some things that our students love, they love chips, popcorn, Pop-Tarts, granola bars, fruit, Capri Suns, or any beverages that are like in cans or bottles, we'll gladly accept and put them on the bus to share with their friends, to share with the trip. Yes, nut-free snacks. Thank you for that push, Miss Stone. I see a question. Can we bring donations before the trip? Absolutely. So you can email me for a time and I can meet you in the front and grab it for you. Or if you're like just dropping off, you can drop it off at the front with security. I'll let our head of security know and just let them know it's for college tours. And then I'll come and I'll pick it up and it will go on the bus with your student's grade level. There's a space for you to put if you know you want to provide snacks in the form. just so that I know and I can be on the lookout for it. And we thank you in advance for your support. And again, it is no pressure with this. It is truly just if you want to, this is something that we would happily receive. Awesome. Once again, this is our form for attendance. So let us know you're here and to ask any questions. I'll hover here and then we will open the floor in about a minute to just any Q&A. I'm going to ask you to just use the raise hand feature on Zoom so that I know you want to be heard off of mute. If I have an answer for you now, I'll happily give it. If not, I'm going to be responding to you by Friday via email in case it's something that I need to get approval for or I need to check in with anybody else. Then I will get back to you with an answer on Friday. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. I see a question. Is there a list of what kids should, is there a list of what kids will be sharing the room in the grade? Yes, there is a list. I'm planning on sending it to you all. It currently still needs some work. I have gotten a little bit of feedback from some students about the list, and we are making a few adjustments just to make sure that they feel comfortable and the room assignments are assignments that the students would be happy with. When we are done putting finishing touches on it, you will receive in some format, Ms. Stone's going to help me with this, in some format, likely email, which students will be in the room with your student so that you know that information. Great question. I am going to now stop sharing and I'm going to see if I have any questions in the form that I can answer. Okay, one question that I see in the forum, are the students allowed to order meals via Uber Eats or DoorDash? Yes, they are allowed. They would need to pay for those meals and order those meals on their own, but yes, they are allowed to do so. I see a question. Can my child pick who they want to share a bed with? Yes, 100%. They are being assigned roommates, and we are assigning them based on friend groups that we know students have. To the extent possible, we are trying to group students who are observing Ramadan together um, in rooms so that they are in a comfortable environment for any prayer needs or times that they may have. But we are not assigning exactly who in the room the student is sharing the bed with. We are letting the roommate groups decide that on their own to their comfort level, of course. And if any students wanted to not share the bed with a peer, totally fine. They can bring their air mattress or their sleeping bag and they can decide where they want to set it up. Students also have the option to maybe do a rotation and maybe on the first night, these these two students are sleeping in the bed and these two are on the floor, and then the next night they rotate is also an option. We are not dictating any of that. Another question. I think the person is asking how many days for the trip. So the schedule is they will arrive to school Tuesday morning with everything they need for their trip, and they're going to board their buses. They are going to sleep over at their tour on Tuesday night and Wednesday night. They are going to return Thursday early afternoon or late morning. They don't have any activities planned on Thursday. They are waking up, packing up, eating breakfast at the hotel, getting on the bus, and coming back to NCA. So it's 2 nights and like 3 days essentially. How many scholars per room? There's going to be 4 scholars per room. Each room has 2 beds. Can your scholar take a fold-up cot and a sleeping bag to sleep on? Yes, he can. Anything that students need to feel comfortable. with their sleeping arrangements if they have their own blanket. I'm extra, y'all. I like to bring my own blanket. If they want to bring their own blanket, they can. Anything that would make them feel comfortable with their sleeping arrangements, they can bring. In terms of what we can do to ease any worries or concerns, I see several comments about keeping in touch. Yes, that is a big priority. We are going to keep in touch with you via the chaperones, and we encourage you to keep in touch with your students as well. I should have probably introduced myself, but you're probably used to my emails. I am Mrs. Valmont. I'm one of our assistant principals at NCA and the director of KIP Forward, which is our college and career counseling program. I will not be going on any trips because I am your customer service representative. I'm going to be at NCA. So if for any reason you need to get in touch with somebody about your child on the trip, you can call or text the chaperone, your child, or me, because I'm going to be at NCA making sure that all things are well. I have all of our chaperone contact information, most of your students' contact information. Trust me, they call me and text me, they know how to reach me, and I will make sure I get you in touch with whoever you need, or if any questions come up during the trip. Yes, take good care of them. Yes, we will take good care of them. We will have fun. When I see, please allow my child to have a room with her well-trusted friends. Yes, 100%. That is a priority for us to make sure students are comfortable with who is in the room with them. And a few students have come to me already to make specific requests. And I have honored those requests, which is why I don't have the rooming list 100% done right now. Please encourage them to talk to me. I know a few have talked to Miss Stone, who the students love to talk to and come visit all the time. And she has shared some information with me. So we are finalizing that and we want the students to feel comfortable.
I'm sorry they don't leave my office.
You said it, not me. They love you, Miss Stone.
I love them too.
No. So yes, families, please raise your hand if you have any other questions, but I did answer the trend level ones that I saw in the form. Yes, I see Miss Lamar. Did I say it correctly?
Hi, we have a question like on the sleeping arrangements. So it would be like all girls in a room and all boys in one room, like no mixing.
Correct. There's no mixed gender rooms. All female students are going to be in a room with female students. All male students are going to be in a room with male students. 100%.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Good question.
Hi, can I say something?
Yes, you may. How are you?
So I want to know the same thing, like what hotel will they be staying in?
Oh, yes. I can send that to you guys in a follow-up email. I'll send you the exact name and
Thank you.
location of the hotel. That way, if you wanted to send any meals to your students, you can. When we get a little bit closer to the time, I'll probably also have a specific room number that your child will be assigned to. And hotels are still old school to where you could feasibly call the hotel room if you needed to get in touch with them as well. Great question, Miss Foster.
I'm sorry, I don't want to take credit. Somebody put it in there, but I wanted to ask the same thing. So kudos to who asked that. Aiden,
Oh, yes, I see that, and I
thank
didn't even
you.
see it.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for that. Yes, we will provide the exact name and address of the hotel. Actually, I'm gonna see. Am I quick enough to drop it in the chat? You know what I will do, family, so I don't hold up your time when I send the recording of this message. I'll send the exact name and location of the hotel in that email because that's a great question. Miss Keeling, I see you.
Yes, yes. I just have
Hi,
a
how are you?
question. So I know the school has some kids that they identify with a different gender.
Yes.
Where will they sleep?
Yeah, so we do have some students who identify as a different gender. We don't have any that we are aware of on this trip, but
Okay.
students will be assigned based on their biological sex for
Okay.
this trip. If there are any students who do identify as non-binary or transgender on the trip that I do become aware of, then my next step would be to try to get them a room um, where they are in a single bed to the extent possible.
Thank you.
Great question.
Hi, Ms. Belmont. I'd like to know what days can we drop off the snacks and time and who we ask for.
Great question. You can drop off the snacks any day or time of your convenience while school is open. If you know what time that is, you can email me or text me, and I can either meet you in the front or send a member of my team to meet you in the front. If you're not sure exactly what time that's going to be, and maybe you want to drop it off when you're dropping off or picking up your child, then you would let Mr. Lynch, who's usually in the front with security, know this is a donation from Ms. Valmont for college tours, and then I will pick it up as soon as I get back to the main office. Well, to the
Thank you.
lobby area. Yep, thank you so much. Great question.
Oh, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm Zayana Gordon's grandmother. I know I'm
Oh,
getting here
hi.
late. Yes, I didn't got here late, and I missed quite a few things. But the last thing I did hear about the snacks and stuff, when we can drop it off and stuff to you guys. Is there a particular day that we need to have it to you? You know, how does that work?
You know, that is a great question. There's no particular day, but the day before the trip, we don't have school. Teachers
Okay.
have school, but students do not. So any day that school is in session, they could be dropped off. I would ask for them to be dropped off. Let me look at the calendar.
Okay.
Miss Santos, what's that Friday before the trip? Is that the 21st? Yes, I would say no later than March 21st, just so that we can have them organized and ready to go on the buses.
Okay, great. Okay.
Exactly.
And I see that everything is being recorded, so whatever I miss, I can just pick it up from there, right?
Exactly. And then if
Oh,
you have any other questions, something I didn't address, just send me an email or a text message
okay,
or let Zion
okay,
know to come find me. Trust
okay,
me,
great.
students will come find me if they have questions, and I
Okay,
encourage it.
all righty.
Well, families, I have, I think, just one more slide. Let me find this. And then we're all gonna have our evenings back and we're gonna root for our boys basketball team. Miss Stone, have you heard anything about the game?
I have not.
Me neither. That makes me
I
nervous.
am texting Shayla, but
Okay, good. Tell her Miss Valmont wants an update for the family.
I will.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
I had one more slide that I wanted you all to see, and I'm struggling with the Zoom. Okay, here we are. So we are going to get ready to conclude this meeting. We did our Q&A. Thank you so much for joining and asking all of the really great questions. This recording will be sent out to you before the end of the week, along with the names and the addresses of the hotel. And I also just wanted to say before we go, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your partnership and the trust you place in us with your students. We love them and we love y'all, and we're going to take good care of them. We want them to have an amazing, amazing time on the trip. Once again, they worked really hard to earn this and they deserve it. We want them to have a good time. I am Mrs. Valmont. This is my cell phone number right here. I know some people
Mhm.
are like, you're crazy. You give everybody your number. But I'm like, I want you guys to know that you can reach out to me. It's literally my number. It's right here. It will ring.
Okay.
So feel free to save my number so that if you have any concerns whatsoever with the trip,
All
again,
right.
I can't answer it
732,
for you. I can at
732,
least direct you to the person that can answer it
751,
for you.
3858. Okay.
Somebody was typing it in. I appreciate that because I'll be saying it out loud when I type it in too. Miss Stone, did I miss anything? Miss Stone is an expert. She's done this many, many times.
Ha ha ha.
I
No,
hope
you
not.
did not miss anything. We will be sending out a recording to you hopefully by Friday, and we'll also be sending out a Q&A just of like the questions that we were asked and the answers from tonight. And as always, we are keeping you in the loop so that you are not running in circles. Panther Town News. Thank you guys for showing up tonight.
Well said, Miss Stone. Thank you, families. This is going to be the end of this call unless anybody needed to stay back and talk to me one-on-one. Thank you so much for your time. Be safe if you got to be out there on the wet roads. I look forward to seeing you and sending your students off on some amazing college tours.
Thank you for a great meeting. God
Oh,
bless.
thank you, Miss Foster.
Thank you so much for an informative meeting. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Have a good night. Be blessed.
Bye, everybody. So quiet. I need to have some music on the way out on the last slide.
Outro music.
I know, right? Bye, families. Thank you so
think
much.
some people might have like just walked away. So I'm just
Oh,
gonna
that's
manually
true. We're just
remove.
gonna do the yank.
Yeah, I'm gonna manually remove folks.
Oh, okay.
Just so we can like recap.
Mm-hmm.